with the people, the men of God, they prefer the need of others over themselves. So when they see that people need something, they take care of them. So in Islam, that when somebody is sick, as a believer, we're supposed to visit them, we're supposed to do whatever we can. If somebody dies, so we have to take care of them, we have to bury them, do all the process. If somebody is widow, somebody is orphan, all needs we have to do. This is moral obligation and this is religious obligation. So Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized the Muslim who is serving the other Muslims or other people around, not even the Muslim or non-Muslim, anyone, he is closer to the God.
The goal of Interfaith Week was to break the barrier between religions, to create that dialogue. We wanted to show people that, like me and Tahira, like a Muslim and a Muslim woman and a Jewish woman can get along. We can talk, we can speak, we can work together to create interfaith advocacy.
So from the perspective of the Campus Religious Council, the goal was to really just kind of connect all sorts of people from every background, from every ethnicity, religion, anything that makes us different from one another, and to just kind of relate to one another on a human scale. So that's kind of what we saw at today's event for Better Together Day, but that was really the main goal for the entire week. So just kind of see each other as humans instead of, what you might think to see someone as.
Islam is basically my life. It's my inspiration towards everything I do. It teaches me to strive for a better education, for morals, for more self-confidence.
I think everybody could find something different from Islam. A lot of people have been empowered by it. A lot of people have found, if their mind is very hectic right now, they can find peace. A lot of it is meditation. So, but I think generally it's empowerment. It's also getting involved in your community. It's also, just reaching out to people and getting to know and being more open-minded, I think.
Islamophobia happens when someone does not have a complete understanding of Islam, so they will use other means of media, of anything that they hear to believe what this is about, what Islam is about.
I know that especially with this whole election year, there has been, in my at least experience, there has never been more hate towards Muslims so open. So I know for the group that we do, the Society of Young Muslim Women, we did a project when Donald Trump said, all Muslims should have registered IDs. And we kind of held our school IDs and we were like, well, this is the only ID that I have, and I also identify as a Muslim or a girl, or, I play basketball or this and that. And we have so many different identities. Why do you have to focus on the fact that we're Muslim? And if you do want to focus on the fact, then how about you let us speak since we are Muslim? It seems like, especially in the media today, any type of media, everyone wants to talk about Muslims or for Muslims, but no one wants to hear an actual Muslim. Exactly.
So I grew up in America. I've never really faced any discrimination up until the point where I started wearing hijab, which was in 7th grade. And I mean, it's kind of like a physical manifestation. It kind of tells people that you're Muslim, so now they know. And then in 10th grade, I had an experience where someone tore it off my head in high school, and she tore it off, and then she just kept walking, so she didn't even stop, and her friends turned around and they were laughing. So that happened. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't really address it or anything. And I know, from studying now Islam, that a lot of cases like this go, people don't report it, and even with unreporting these cases, not reporting them, there's still a spike, 600% more hate crimes after 9/11.
It creates a fear in Muslims and in non-Muslims. For Muslims, they will have to watch wherever they go. They have to be very careful of what they say from those comments that were made, and non-Muslims who do not know or understand what our religion actually says, it creates a fear in them, saying that this is exactly what Muslims are like. It creates a frame, and they see everything else within that frame.
Well, unfortunately, every time I open up the media and hear something about Islam, it always has to be something negative. It always has to be related to terrorism. It has to be related to extremism. And I never or barely hear anything about a Muslim hero or a Muslim who was a victim of a crime.
The goal of our organization is to spread the awareness that Islam is prominent in the United States, and for us to spread that knowledge to people who don't know about Islam.
To demonstrate different faiths, different non-faiths. We did the speed faith thing, so that it's like speed dating, but for religions. And we had a Buddhist monk come, we had the Atheist Club, we had Ratio Christi, SCF, MSA, Hillel, and so I went to the Buddhist one and I got to hear a monk speak about Buddhism, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And I got to learn a lot. And the interfaith panel we talked about symbolisms. So when it came to light, we talked about the similarities and the differences in what the different faiths and non-faiths believed in light. And so it's interesting to look at how we are similar and different, and to basically show that this can happen. We can work together. That besides what the media says, what happens in the news, on TV, we can all work together. It's very possible.